Teyvat, a land of 7 nations, thrives under the gaze of its archons. Mondstat, Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine, Natlan, and Snezhnaya each carry unique powers and traditions. Each nation embodies an ideal: freedom, contracts, eternity, wisdom, justice, war, and love, shaping the rule of their respective archons. The archons have long guided their lands, but 500 years ago, a cataclysm reshaped Teyvat. Most gods perished, leaving only Barbatos of Mondstat and Morax of Liyue as survivors of the original 7. New archons rose in place of those lost, inheriting the burdens of their predecessors. The first of the 7 nations that form the world of Teyvat is Mondstat, a land known for its ideals of freedom. The archon presiding over Mondstat is Barbatos, the god of freedom, who governs the element of animo, representing wind. Mondstat has existed for centuries, but it only became a free nation around 1,000 years ago. Before this, the land was under the rule of aristocrats who held significant power and control over the people. Roughly 1,000 years ago, a brave warrior named Vanessa, with the assistance of Barbatos, led a successful rebellion that freed Mondstat from the grip of the aristocracy. After the nation's liberation, Vanessa founded the Knights of Favonius to ensure the aristocrats would never rise to power again. She became the first Grand Master of the Knights, dedicating herself to protecting the city and maintaining order. Barbatos, however, believed that true freedom meant a nation should not be ruled by any one individual, not even a god. In keeping with this belief, he left the people to govern themselves and appointed 4 guardians, later known as the 4 Winds, to watch over Mondstat in his place. Over 1,000 years later, the Knights of Favonius have grown to become an integral part of Mondstat, with the nation's strongest individual traditionally assuming the role of Grand Master. Currently, the title of Grand Master belongs to Varka, renowned as the mightiest warrior in Mondstat. However, Varka is not presently in the city, having departed on an expedition, taking nearly 80% of the Knights of Favonius with him. In his absence, Jean has stepped in as the acting Grand Master. Jean hails from the Church of Favonius, where her father holds the esteemed position of Seneschal. Known by the title of Cardinal of Daybreak, he was once an adventurer who traveled extensively across Teyvat before eventually settling down in Mondstat. After his travels, he married a woman from the prestigious Gunhilder clan, one of Mondstad's noble families. From this union, Jean and her younger sister, Barbara, were born. The Church of Favonius plays a crucial role in Mondstad's spiritual and daily life, with nuns managing the cathedral and its affairs. Among these nuns is Rosaria. Returning to the Knights of Favonius, their role extends beyond combat and defense. The Knights also maintain a grand library that houses knowledge gathered from expeditions and various endeavors. Overseeing the library is Lisa, the Knights' highly knowledgeable librarian. Beneath the Grand Master, the structure of the Knights consists of captains, each responsible for leading different factions within the order. The investigation team is led by Albedo, Mondstadt's chief alchemist. Sucrose works as an assistant under him. This faction focuses on exploring uncharted regions, documenting dangerous creatures, and analyzing environmental hazards that could pose a threat to Mondstat. The cavalry company is commanded by Kaeya. However, with Varka's departure, Kaeya's unit also joined the Grandmaster on his expedition. The reconnaissance company falls under Eula, renowned for her combat prowess and strategic mind. Mika, a skilled surveyor, serves within this faction. Their primary responsibility is intelligence gathering. Amber leads the Outriders, a faction dedicated to patrolling the outskirts of Mondstat. Noelle is in the process of taking the exam to officially join the ranks of the Knight. While the Knights of Favonius play a significant role in Mondstat, the nations extends beyond their influence. Diluc, once a member of the Knights of Favonius, now dedicates his life to managing the Dawn Winery. After parting with the Knights, Diluc operates from the shadows to ensure Mondstadt's safety. Another familiar face in Mondstat is Bennet. Bennet formed his own team, Benny's adventure team. Unfortunately, due to his streak of bad luck, all his teammates left the group, leaving him as the sole active member. Mona, an astrologer of exceptional talent, also resides in Mondstat. She fled her hometown after discovering sensitive information in her master's diary. Among Mondstadt's investigators is Fischle, a capable member of the Adventurers Guild, accompanied by her loyal raven companion, Oz. At the Cat's Tail Cafe, Diona serves as a bartender. Razor resides in the wilderness surrounding Mondstat, raised by a pack of wolves in Wolvendom. Klee, a long-lived and energetic child, is the daughter of Alice, a legendary adventurer. Klee is adored by the Knights of Favonius, who treat her like their little sister, despite the chaos she sometimes causes. Another nation in the world of Teyvat is Liyue, governed by the Archon, Rex Lapis. He is the reason Mora exists in the world and is also known as the god of contract. Among the people of Liyue, he goes by the name Zhongli, with few knowing his true identity. Rex Lapis' companions were Yisham, the god of dust, and Marcosius. However, during the Archon War, both companions fell in battle. Yisham perished entirely, while Marcosius lost his memory, becoming a wandering puppet-like figure who now traveled. An important faction in Liyue is the adepti, who have a contract with Rex Lapis to protect the nation. Most of the adepti live in the mountains and prefer to remain there, except for a few who chose to live among humans. Among the adepti who remain in the mountains are Moon Carver, Mountain Shaper, Sea Gazer, and Fujin. On the other hand, adepti who chose to live among humans include Madame Ping and eventually Xianyun, as she saw her disciples settling in human society. Among the adepti were 5 powerful enough to earn distinct titles, the yakshas. However, most of them died, leaving only xiao as the sole survivor. Xianyun has 2 disciples who now live among humans, Ganyu, the general secretary of the Chizing, and Shenhe, a human whom Xianyun raised since childhood. The Chizing is a council of several members responsible for governing Liyue. The most notable among them are Ketching and Ningguang. Liyue is the wealthiest of the 7 nations of Teyvat, and many people take advantage of the thriving trade environment to open shops and find work. One such figure is Bai Zhu, the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy, where Chichi Zombie resurrected by the adepti work. Barbatos serves as the captain of a pirate crew. Xianyun works as an exorcist. Wu Tao runs the Wangsheng funeral parlor alongside Zhongli. Xingchu is the son of a guild manager. Xinyan performs rock and roll, while Yunjin is an opera performer. Yan Fei is part adeptus. Madame Ping took Yao Yao in and raised her as a disciple. Shangling works as a chef, and Yellen operates as an undercover intelligence agent.